Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to a new episode from your beloved channel Linguamid. In today's episode I have 5 crazy tricky words that you only hear in Egypt and that only Egyptians will understand it right. Okay, these words are very important, are said everywhere, so if you know them you will be really on fire with spoken Egyptian. But before, don't forget to look at the description box of this video and look at my free and also premium courses, and I offer interesting courses for spoken Egyptian. Have a look there, and let's start with the first word. The first word here is tabtab, or the verb yatabtab. Yatabtab is this gentle stroke on the back, to pat, okay? To pat on someone's back. And it's here in Egyptian, we say yatabtab, the verb, and the noun of it is tabtab or tabtaba. Let's have an example. When I say محدش طبطب عليا, okay, nobody patted my back, it means that I am saying, for example, that I didn't have the chance for care as a child. For example, when somebody he has a very difficult childhood and maybe he is talking about this difficulty in his childhood, nobody was very good to him or cared for him, he may say or she may say محدش طبطب عليا, nobody patted my back or cared for me. So this is the first one, يطبطب. Our second tricky word here is فاكس. فاكس. This is a slang word that's actually among the young generation. Okay, فاكس. Usually people didn't say this word, let's say 20 years ago, they didn't say this word, so it's a relatively new word. Okay, so فاكس, what does it mean? فاكس, it means forget it. It's not important. فاكس. Let's have an example. Let's say that I am working on something and it didn't work. Okay, so I'm trying to fix something and it didn't work. And then I just despair and I say, I give up. فاكس. يلا نمشي. Okay, so فاكس, forget about it. Let's go. Okay, so فاكس here, it means just forget about it, ignore it, and let's move on. Okay, so ignore it, forget about it. By far, this is one of the most interesting words that you may hear in Egypt. Sabooba. Sabooba. And actually, Arabs also know it from Egypt and say it because of its funny pronunciation and also funny, let's say, translation. Sabooba means that you get money from some work. Okay, sabooba. You are doing a certain business and it's lucrative and you get money out of it. So, أنا هعمل سبوبة حلوة. When I say أنا هعمل سبوبة حلوة, I will do something or some work that is good, lucrative, and I will get some good money out of it. أنا هعمل سبوبة حلوة. So say it with me, سبوبة. سبوبة. Seika. It's a very funny word, actually. And the Seika here, it has 2 meanings. The first meaning, it comes in music, actually. Seika. Okay, when we say Seika, it's one of the scales in the Arabic music scales. It's called Seika scale. But actually, what's concerning us here is not the musical term, Seika, but actually, it is the term that is said in the street. So Egyptians say Seika all the time. What does it mean? Seika actually is a measure of time. Yes, believe it or not, it's a measure of time. When people say استنى Seika, okay, an example here, استنى Seika. So wait for some time. What actually, how long should I wait? It doesn't matter. It's not a minute, it's not a few seconds, it's not definite, but it's a short time. It's called Seika. Okay, so استنى Seika or wait for some time. Okay, so Seika here, it means a short amount of time. And it's Egyptian and it's a slang word and it's really common in the Egyptian streets. Our last word here is على الحركرك. على الحركرك actually is a very interesting word because على الحركرك, it means literally on the edge. Okay, on the edge. على الحركرك. If you are, for example, let's imagine that you are standing on the edge of something and you are about to fall. Okay, so this is على الحركرك. How do we use it? Actually, when we say, for example, let's have this example, I just passed the exam. I hardly passed the exam. Okay, it was very difficult for me, but I got 1 mark extra and I could pass the exam. So I say in Egyptian, أنا عديت الامتحان, or أنا نجحت, I succeeded على الحركرك, or على الحركرك. على الحركرك, it means just on the edge of failure, on the edge of failure. I was almost failing the exam, but thanks to God, I just got 1 mark and then I could pass the exam. So I passed the exam. I hardly passed the exam. I barely passed the exam. أنا عديت الامتحان. أنا نجحت على الحركرك. So say it with me. حركرك. حركرك. على الحركرك. So يطبطب, فاكس, سبوبة, سيكا, على الحركرك. You know them all, and you know how Egyptians use these words and how you can use them yourself and impress any Egyptian. If you like this episode, hit like, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you have any question, just write me a comment below. Don't forget also to join my free course, Spoken Egyptian 101, and get the foundation you need in this beautiful language, and also get a look at the description box below and see my interesting resources there. Thanks a lot, and see you in a future episode.